cleaner.
Absolutely. And revs are up, and looking for a Moto Muck clean start here through our BP Fuels hole shot.
Looks like we've got a Suzuki out front.
And generally that usually means Barry Karsten.
Yeah.
And that was Karsten, but all of a sudden things change up front as Mike Brown moves into the number 2 spot.
We got John Gruey out front, Mike Brown in second, and Barry Karsten in third with, I believe that's Jeff Yenser in fourth.
So Yenser really helping elevate the level of this class, at least especially the level of Barry Karsten. He has really put him on his toes.
No doubt.
And it's also put John Gruey on his toes as well. And here comes Yenser in on this one. A 4-man shootout kicking things off here in this Masters 50 Plus class.
Mike makes the move early on John Gruey. John getting a John Gruey start as usual up front, leading the way. Just a few corners later, Mike Brown, though, had a great drive around the outside. Headed down 20 miles of rough road right now, up over the big bump, and starts to set sail on a clean track. John Gruey followed by Barry Karsten and in the fourth place, Yenser. There we go. Thanks, Cody. Where were you on that one, bro?
Yeah, Jeff Yenser's all over the back. Barry Karsten. Jeff Yenser just started racing again I guess about 2 years now he's been back racing. Last time I saw him racing like this was when I was on 65s. It was about 2012.
Wow.
So he's come back. He's loving it. He's ready to, I guess he's ready to do some battle with Barry Karsten.
And like Rodney said, he's been the motivation for a lot of guys because he come back. Yenser doing well right away immediately when he jumped back into the mix. And some of these guys were like, whoa, 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 we got to pick the pace up. So really pushing the issue. So Brown, Gruey, Karsten, Yenser, as we said, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's going to be Galen Dixon representing for the RM Army.
That Northeast is representing that 3, 4, and 5 spot back there.
That's it.
Representing.
Earl the Pearl, look at that in the number 6 spot on the 82 machine. Jeff Papri in that number 7 position. Nagy back in the A spot. Mike Hodges in the number 9 ride, and Charlie Cena in that number 10 ride. Carson feeling a little pressure right now. Yenser starting to pull up just a bit on him. Gruey pulling out about 6 bike lengths on Carson, trying to get away from him, and there comes Yenser. Yenser goes to the
squares him up.
Yep, Yenser goes to the inside of Carson. Now he goes to the outside. Can he carry some momentum? Barry's going to ride defensive, going to drift out there. And that's the widest RM anybody in history's ever seen with the number 31 on it. It's about as wide as an LTD.
Cody, you ever have a chance to race with Barry Karsten? I know you talked about racing with Mike Brown, but what about Barry?
I have not ever had to race Barry Karsten, but I race Corey Karsten all the time, and that man rides a wide bike as well.
You ever see Barry over there? You know, he's like working on the RV, doing push-ups with a refrigerator on his back and stuff before the moto.
Barry is one bad dude. That is a guy that will always have some credit.
Dean Diaz says, update. The best update of the day, at least letting us know what's going on. We will be stopping after race 17. Race 17 will be our final race of the day today, and then we will begin with race 18 tomorrow morning. So you can start planning accordingly. We will not race past race 17 today. Well, right now, folks, as we continue to roll through this Masters 50-plus class, Brown has opened up a 10-plus second lead over John Gruy. Karsten only 1.8 seconds behind Gruy back there now in the number 2 and 3 spots as we watch those riders up out of the Gator pit now. This one could still rise to a pretty good battle between those two riders. Now 17 seconds separating first and second place, and 1.4 between second and third. Remember in the Supercross, we saw Karsten start to press and pressure John Gruy out there. Mike Brown wasn't a part of it at that particular point, but regardless, what we're seeing is kind of a rematch from that over on the Supercross mains.
Oh yeah, Barry got the best of John Gruy in the last turn in the 50-plus class over on the Supercross track, and I'm seeing John starting to look back, see where Barry is. Looks like he's getting a little worried. I know Barry loves beating him some John Gruy, so we'll see how it goes.
It's only happened a few times over the last decade, and I'm with you. Barry puts in so much effort, but he feels like you do, and that kid weighs 150 pounds on that 450. He feels the same way about Gruy. He's like, man, we come out of the corner, Gruy weighs 100 pounds, that thing takes off. Karsten has to get at it again, you know? And that thing was nose to nose at the finish right over there. It was wheel to wheel on that Supercross.
Yeah.
Really had to go to the photo. We were sitting there waiting to see whose name was going to pop up first.
Yeah, and I love the rapid replay we had on that one as well. It was pretty exciting. Hey, I don't know, but is Karsten reeling in John Gruy right now? I mean, 1.5 seconds, 1.4 is what we were looking at last time through, and visually right now it's almost looking like this might be a little closer. I'm not saying a whole lot closer, but it's not as much as it was a lap ago, I don't think.
I've been watching John and Barry, and it looks like Barry has this section of the track that they're in right now dialed in a little better than John, just from the last lap. So we'll see what the gap is now.
I'll be interested to see. 21 seconds, 21.5 between Mike Brown and John Gruy, and now back second to third, it is 1.8. So actually, Karsten dropped 0.4 of a second, but visually there at one point it was looking a little different as they dropped back down into the Gator pit, got some lap traffic, and this may tighten things up a little bit, and this could be an advantage going to the 31 of Karsten.
Yeah, absolutely. And take a look at Mike Brown, already headed back up to the far end of the track over there. He's just like, hey, we got a half a lap to go. Want to throttle back. You know what? We might run a 155 this time instead of 154. You know, he's going to take it easy, let up by a second.
Yeah, Mike's an impressive one. He's running lap times of probably top 10 in the A classes, and he's 21 seconds out front of the 50-plus class, which I'm assuming some 50-plus guys are saying that, you know, he's been in a time machine. He's just going back to 01 and
Guys,
03.
Austin Powers, cryogenically frozen, man. And listen, nobody on that line, Cody, wants to challenge him in a 3-hour GNCC. Nobody wants any part of him in an enduro cross. You want to go to a sprint enduro or a hard enduro with him? No, I don't think so. By no means.
Man can ride a motorcycle. There's no doubt about it, is he?
Oh, and you're not doing anything Friday night? You want to go flat track? He can do that too. So.
He's a man of all trades. I've been watching him since I remember him as a wee one, and
Good.
he's
Good deal.
it's
He's a
either
good